Hey everybody, it's Mr. Greg, and I am so excited to get to hang out with my friend Jerry Chang. Hey Jerry, how are you?
Hey Greg, I'm good. How you doing?
Good. Y'all, we're so excited. We're going to just hang out tonight and talk about the end of the school year, try to get everybody pumped up for the end of the school year to avoid some of that end of the year burnout and exhaustion,
Ah,
the testing stress, all of the things. So we want all of you and your friends to join us tonight. So hit that share button, invite your friends to join us in the comments. What questions do you have for us? Let us know what questions you have. The more you share, the more you comment, the more chances you have to win a free ticket to Elevate Virtual, where Jerry is one of our virtual keynotes. So we're really excited about that. And we'll get into all of that stuff here in a little while. But first of all, Jerry, how are you?
I'm good, but you kind of hit the nail on the head there. I am a little teacher tired. This is our week after spring break, so I'm still trying to whoo, and testing's coming up. So yeah, I'm teacher tired, mom tired, all the tireds.
Amen. Listen, right? Tina says, OMG, Miss Chang, right? Listen, we all love Miss Chang. We're so excited that she is joining the Elevate family. We cannot wait for her virtually. Sorry, the screen just changed and now I'm super
I
big.
know you're.
Not too close, too close. We're really excited that you're joining us virtually and in person this summer. So we'll get into all that. So I'm actually you just said your teacher tired, but you also told me right before we went live, you're like, oh, I just got home from working out, and I'm like, oh, well, I just got home or I just got done sitting on the couch. So at least you're using your time productively.
Yes, I got a personal. So one of my colleagues, she owns a fitness studio, and I'm in my 50s, and so I tried to join a gym class, and I was so bad, I needed an IUP. I mean, it was so finally I decided I was like, you know what, I need a one-on-one. So I hired. Well, I know whatever. I got my friend. She owns a fitness studio, and she's like a one-on-one personal trainer. So she kind of dumbs it down for me, makes it real simple, and like hands tells me what weight I need, has a little plan for me, and so
Nice.
yeah. So summer abs loading. Y'all better watch out.
Oh, we'll be ready. Let's do it. We can't wait.
I know,
Oh,
right?
it's a whole new session at Elevate.
People are gonna be asking for refunds. You better watch out. They'll be like, that lady is not it. I did not
Not
want to
it.
see her abs. My life has been ruined.
Oh, well, listen, we are. I just listen, you just make me smile when I see your videos. I love that you just approach teaching and the craziness of teaching and the adults. I mean, let's just be real. Like the adults are what's harder than the kids. And I love
Oh,
that you
absolutely.
approach that with truth, but so much humor.
Using humor, even in my own classroom, it's just what gets without sarcasm. I'm not a fan of teachers using sarcasm with students, especially in elementary school. I know a middle school and high school can be a little bit different, but from an elementary school point of view, just using humor, get me through the day, have a laugh, just enjoy it. It's what helps me deal with things. So that's kind of like people are like, "What are your hobbies?" And I'm like, "Making videos." It's actually fun for me, so it's just kind of like my own little creative outlet.
I love it. Well, listen,
Yeah.
there are all kinds of people in the comments talking about how much they love your videos, how
Oh,
they make us all laugh, and especially now,
read them
right?
all to me. I can't see the comments. I
Okay,
just can't.
so let me. Right now, I took my glasses off. Now, see, we were talking about this before we went live. Like, neither one of us can see without our glasses on because
Yeah,
we're old.
I have
Um,
fun too, but I don't have comments on my screen.
everybody's just saying how much they love you.
Oh,
Um,
tell
your
me
videos are the
more.
bomb. Someone said the keychain rattle. They listen.
Oh,
Please tell me that Miss White is coming to Elevate in person.
she is. It's so funny because I have never done a keynote in character. And last time we were on this live, it was actually your idea. You were like, you should bring Miss White, and I was like, oh my god, like if that's the energy of Elevate, I'm gonna lean into it.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just starting to write. Every time you do a talk, you write a talk, you're always improving your talks and you're tweaking them. And I've actually rewritten it to include Miss White. So she is going to make an appearance, lanyard, cardigan, wig, and all.
Yes, I love it. I can't wait. I can't
Yeah.
wait.
Yeah. So
Well,
we'll
listen,
see.
y'all. We're so excited because Jere is joining us in person. So we would love to see all of you in person at Nashville, Nashville, Austin, and St. Paul. But if you can't make it in person, Jere will also be joining us virtually at Elevate Virtual. So if you haven't yet registered for Elevate Virtual, now is the time to sign up. You can click the link in the description and here in the comments. And if you enter the code Jere at checkout, that'll save you an extra 25% off when you register for virtual. So
And it's Jere.
there you go.
Yeah.
Spell that again for us.
It's hard because my name is for 4 letters. It's really complicated. You pronounce it Jerry, not to be confused with Gary Brooks, who's not
Right?
Jerry but Gary.
Exactly. And so many people think he is.
I know.
We
And then so
we
my
call
name
him.
is just Jerry, but it's Jere.
So there you
And
go. And yes,
yeah,
somebody in the comments is saying sign up for both. Absolutely. Come join us in person and virtually because they are both very different. They're completely separate events. So come join us virtually
yeah, I'll be at
and in
both.
person.
Let's see, I'm going to Nashville and Austin.
Yes. So we can't wait. It is going to be a blast. One of the things, and like you said, the energy of Elevate, that one of the things that we work so hard on with Elevate is to make it a place of, yes, content, like research-based. Our presenters are active in classrooms and schools, but it's about so much more than that. It's about inspiring teachers. It's about caring for teachers. It's about lifting people up, because this job is exhausting. And this job can beat you down.
Yeah, for sure.
And so just talk to us a little bit about some things that keep you going.
I don't want to share all my school drama, but every school has drama.
Every school has drama.
And so I'm not going to share specific stories because it's not my style. But it shocks me sometimes. People say, is Miss White, for example, a real person? She's not an actual real person that I have. I'm too old to have beef with people. I would feel, go away. I'm not. But so many times, it's so heartbreaking to see other teachers judge other teachers and be competitive in negative ways and get upset and jealous and I remember one time, this was years ago, so I will tell this. We were having the human resources person was talking to us about like how to dress appropriately for school, and it's pretty chill at my school. And she's like, "Do you know who's ratting y'all out? Do you know who's calling to complain about what y'all are wearing to school? It's not the administrators. It's not the parents. The students don't care what y'all wear. It's each other. It's your colleagues." And I was just like, I don't care if you walk in a bikini. It's not my lane. I mean, I may look twice and be like,
I'm
what?
in. I'm
Huh?
in.
Right. I'm going to do a double take and be like, for real? But I'm not going to like rat you out. And it's shocking how many teachers are not lifting each other up because it is a hard job. And I wish, and at my school, like doing social media, so many teachers support me and lift me up. And they're like, oh, that was a cool video you did. Congratulations, you're writing a book or you're speaking at this conference. But I also noticed that there are some who are not cheering for you and supporting you. And it's just so hard. And one thing I love about conferences like Elevate is the energy is always contagious. It's always people like lifting each other up, supporting each other, and we're just because we understand each other. If I sit here and say teacher tired, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. We're
We
in this
all get
together.
it.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, and the thing is, it's so sad because, like you said, every school has a Miss White. Every school has that jealousy, that negativity, and we're so bombarded with that kind of negativity from outside of our profession. We don't need it from inside as well.
Exactly.
The last thing we should be doing is making our jobs harder on each other. We need to be our biggest cheerleaders. We need to be in there cheering for our coworkers, supporting our coworkers, lifting them up, helping them, supporting them, not reporting them to HR or causing drama or worried about what they're wearing. Because the thing is, none of us none of us, not you, not me, not anyone in the comments, not any of our Elevate presenters, none of us can succeed on our own.
Oh, for
And
sure. Hands down.
we have to stick together now more than ever, with so much uncertainty about education. That just adds to the stress. We have to stick together and take care of each other. And that's one of the things that we push so hard at Elevate, is that we're in this together. And if we don't take care of each other, none of us will succeed.
Absolutely. This I like to talk to young teachers because so many times when I see young teachers and they'll make videos or whatever complaining about older teachers, and I totally get it. I know exactly what they're talking about. It's the older teachers looking down on them like, "Oh, you don't know as much as I do because I've been doing this for 30 years." Well, if you've been doing it badly for 30 years, like that's not helpful. And plus, things change, like AI, technology. And some of the young teachers coming in, they're bringing fresh ideas, new ideas, things that maybe I'm not aware of. Like I will always, like if I see a young teacher struggling, I'll go up there and be like, "Look, you need help? I got you. Come let me know." However, like what are you bringing to the table? What new ideas that do you have that maybe you can help me? And I'm just like, I don't know everything, and I wish more older teachers would be not necessarily official mentors, because sometimes when you have like an official mentor program, it's just a bunch of checks and balances, but just natural mentors to the
Yeah,
younger teachers and welcome them and encourage them and lift them up and work together and collaborate more often. So yeah, young
100%.
teachers, bring all your new ideas.
Right. And the flip side of that too is, like, we also, I'm not gonna say I'm an old teacher, but we also need to be willing to share our ideas,
Yeah,
and the younger teachers also need to be willing to listen. There's so much we can all learn from each other.
I get my best ideas from other people. I say that all the
100%.
time, all the time.
100%.
Yeah.
From social media, from my coworkers,
Mm-hmm.
from Jason. Sometimes will be like, "Hey, have you thought about this?" Or, "Oh, we should do this." Like, he has some of the best ideas.
Yep.
And so it's from everybody, right? Well, listen, y'all, we're gonna keep talking. We've got lots of things to say and lots of things to talk about. I'm watching all of the comments come through. But I want to remind everybody that we are giving away a free ticket to Elevate Virtual tonight. It is super easy to enter tonight's giveaway. All you have to do is hit that share button, invite your friends to join us, and join us in the comments. The more you share, the more you comment, the more you're interacting with us, the more chances you have to win, because the system will see you, and this little thing that runs in the background is like, "Ooh, that person's really active. We're going to pick them." So hit that share button, invite your friends to join us, get in the comments, and here at the end of the live, we will announce the winner of a free ticket to Elevate Virtual. I forgot what I was going to say. See,
Maybe you
teacher,
are
look,
old.
teacher
Maybe
tired.
you
I'm done.
are an old teacher.
Well, right now, we're in the middle of, like, we just started testing this week, so our schedule's off. The kids are wild. Like, we're trapped in the room for hours.
Yep.
Um, and it's a lot. And especially as we head into the end of the school year, we're tired. There's a bazillion things happening, right? And we're all just overwhelmed. And so now more than ever, I feel like there are certain times of the year, beginning of the year, December, and then end of the year is like when we need to support each other the most, right? Like, we're going to need all the tips and tricks to get through these next
Mhm.
26 days, right? Nikki says less gatekeeping, 100%. Like, share those
Absolutely.
ideas.
So, oh, actually, just speaking of testing, I find out my testing assignment tomorrow. So I'm not a homeroom teacher. I teach gifted education. So since I don't have like a general ed classroom, I get an other duty. And there are jobs that people don't want, and they're the most coveted jobs. At my school, the most coveted job is standing in the hallway and being a hallway monitor. The rumor has it one of my friends has already been to the training. I have to go to the training tomorrow. She peeped and she said I have to do fifth grade proctoring, which is it's kind of like it's not horrible, but they have more days of testing, so that's kind of like blah. But I don't have to like be in a small room like one on one with somebody who has like extra time, because that can also be like longer. But so Anyway, so I'm just gonna, I don't know, and it's so boring. They will not let us. We can't read books. We can't have, I don't think I can wear my watch.
Nope.
I have hearing aids now. I don't have them in, and you can Bluetooth them. And somebody's like, you should listen to a podcast because they can't make you take out your hearing aids. And I was like, oh my god, if I got called, I'd get in so much trouble. If anybody from my school's watching, I'm not gonna do it.
No, just pretend.
But I just loved it. It was one of my colleagues. She's like, "Do you know you can listen to a podcast?" And because I was telling her about the Bluetooth, she's like, "I'm so jealous." And I was like, "Well, what if I get in trouble?" And so
Right.
I'm not gonna do it. But I just love the fact that she was looking out for me, helping me like come up with a strategy to not be bored. The,
See, we're always
the
looking out for each other. No
exactly
matter
the
what, we need to be looking out for each other and taking care of each other.
For sure. Here's how I get through the end of the year. It's just, I have two kids. One will be 9 tomorrow, and the
Well,
other
and
one's
we had this conversation before. We just realized that your son is turning 9 tomorrow, and our daughter Adeline is turning 6 tomorrow.
that's so cute.
Isn't that fun?
Or whatever how the young people do it. Yeah, so I have a fifth grader and a third grader, and neither of my children are fans of school.
Same.
And I give them the same strategies that I use myself. Break it up. And you say, I think we have 26, 7 or 8 days. I forget exactly. But I'm like, okay, y'all, let's get to testing. That's like a week and a half. Get through testing, which is tough. And then like, okay, then we're gonna have field day. Then we have like end of the year barbecues. Then you're gonna have an awards day. And these, I mean, for these, just break it up. If I can get to this day, if I can get to this day, and just breaking it up helps me get through it. And then another thing that gets me through it is knowing, especially my third graders. I teach first through third grade. Third grade. This will be my last year with these kids. And sometimes like today I had third grade, and I was tired. I'm coming off spring break. We went to Brooklyn and then we went to Chicago, so I need a break from my break. And I was like, this is the last time these kids are ever gonna have you.
Yep.
Ever. And I only have these kids because I see them once a week, like maybe 5 or 6 more times, if that, because of awards day and stuff. These kids deserve, just give it to them, give them the best you got. So, when I just kind of want to sit back, I'm like, no, you got to be more engaging. Give these kids, and then you're going to be on summer break, and then you can kind of like slow down a little bit.
Right. And then you can come
That's
join us at Elevate and get recharged and pumped
oh,
up and energized.
I will say this: my summer, that's all I'm going to be. I'm traveling all over the country talking. I'm like
Same.
going. I think I have like 8 talks lined up this summer.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, you made such a valid point. We started our backwards boot camp yesterday. So, we're 24 days to go. And so when we kick off backwards boot camp, we're explaining to the kids, like, we're going to go from Z to A. When we get to A, that's the end of kindergarten. You're going to first grade. And
Oh yeah.
while it's such an exciting time because every day we're doing fun things. Every day has a different theme. We're dressing up, we're eating, we're doing all the things, right?
Yeah.
So we're having a blast these last 26 days, but it's also really emotional for our kids because they
Yeah.
realize, like, oh, wait a minute. I'm not always going to
Mhm.
be in kindergarten, and I'm not always going to be in Mr. Greg's class. And so
Yeah.
while it's fun, like, it's also a hard time for them because it is a transition into the unknown, right?
Yeah.
There's change coming and they're realizing this. And one of mine yesterday said, oh my God, I'm so scared to go to first grade. And so,
Oh.
like, now more than ever, right? Like, we need to have fun with them and we need to be creating those memories. And I don't want to say relax a little bit, but I think my focus now is not the curriculum.
Mhm.
Like, we're still
Oh
learning.
yeah.
We are,
Yeah.
we are still plugging along. We still have a lot of things I want to learn, but we're trying to pull in as much fun and creating those memories
Yeah.
as we can because it is the end. And right, we're gonna miss them, right? I just saw Tina said we're gonna miss them. So, just enjoy the last weeks of school because they can. Yes, it's a lot, but man, it's so much fun.
I was walking home today. We're a pre-K through 12th school, and I saw a couple of my former students. They're like ninth graders, and they're dudes. They're like athletes and tough and cool. And I always wear my headphones, just kind of zone out. And as I'm passing by, I'm trying to be cool because I don't want to like cramp their style with their friends. So I just kind of throw them a little like, "What's up?" Atlanta kind of vibe, if you will. They put that one of them takes his arms, and he comes in for a big hug. And I take my headphones off. They're like, "Oh my God, Miss Chang, how you doing?" They talk to me for like 5 or 10 minutes. And guess what they never mentioned? Solar system projects, lessons on commas, test scores. They were just like, "You were just the coolest teacher. I loved your class. It was so much fun. You're so awesome." And it was just really neat because I just wasn't expecting these two like tough dudes to like really like embrace me from years ago. I told them they were like real little. And those are the kind of memories that these kids will always have of me. It's, of course, I'm going to teach them the standards, the commas, and the solar system, and all that stuff. But that's not what they're going to take away, you know, in the future, and the impact that we make as teachers, that you make on your kindergartners. They're not going to come back and be like, you taught me that the ch sound is ch. Yes, you're going to teach them that, but they're going to be like, "Oh, Mr. Gray, your class was so much fun. I loved it." And they're just going to have that forever.
Forever. And that's
Yeah,
what you want, right? Yes, you
yeah,
want them to succeed academically, but you also, almost more importantly, you want them to be happy.
for sure.
And I think we can't make them happy if we're not happy and enjoying what we're doing,
Yeah, it's hard
right?
sometimes.
And it really is. And it goes back to what we've been talking about all night is we have to take care of each other,
Yeah,
right? And we have to be there to support each other and fill in the gaps and like step in when needed and be the shoulder to cry on, because in those moments we're helping our colleagues to be able to get back to some of that joy.
yeah. And take your time off. I mean, I can't speak to every teacher because I know people have different administrations and rules and regulations. But if I could talk to my younger self, take the time that you're able to take. If you're able to not take the work home, I know that's easier for some people because some people have more resources. Some people have more like planning time. Like, I have a long planning period. I have like an hour and 15-minute planning period. So it's easy for me to sit here and say, don't take work home. And some people, they get pulled from their planning period. But if you're able, like, leave the work at school. I deleted email, my school email off my phone. And I also deleted all the little apps where parents can communicate with me off my phone. And because it's going to be there tomorrow. And usually there's not something that's so pressing. And I get to school about 30 minutes early. I make some videos. And then I'll take about 15 minutes to just knock out any kind of email, remind apps out of the way. And so I'm very efficient. I plan ahead. I'm very efficient and do all this stuff. But I also take time for me. If sometimes I used to lead a chess club at my school. And then about 2 years ago, my administration came to me and they were like, "Hey, you have to do lunch duty, you have to do recess duty, and you have to do after." And I was mad. I was like, "I got to do what?" I added up all the time of these duties. It was 7.5 hours that I have to be on these little duties. And so I quit doing the chess club. And they were so upset with me. They're like, "Why?" I said, you that's a full work day that I'm standing on duties, and I need." And a parent even tried to like gaslight me. He's like, "My kid's gonna be so disappointed that you don't do chess club." And I was like, who's not gonna be disappointed? My family, my mental health, and the students that I teach. Because if I'm staying after school late 2 days a week, and now I don't have like as much planning time because I'm at all these duties, I'm gonna lose my sanity and I'm gonna burn out. And more teachers need to know that. Does that make me a bad person that I gave up chess club? No. I mean, it was a pretty cool little club, but at some point it's okay to say no and say yes to yourself. But
You're
y'all
right.
don't go and get fired now. Like, some lady
Right.
on the internet said I could take an extra day. Like,
Well,
setting boundaries, I think, is okay.
absolutely, setting boundaries and figuring out the boundaries and the work-life balance that works for you, because
Absolutely.
it looks completely different for everybody, but we all have to find those boundaries and those lines and how we make it work for us. And so I 100% agree. Here in a few minutes, we're going to be giving away a free ticket to Elevate Virtual. So if you haven't yet done so, you need to hit the share button and start commenting, because the more you share and the more you comment, the more chances you have to win a free ticket to Elevate Virtual, where Jere is one of our keynotes at Elevate Virtual. Elevate Virtual is a 90-day on-demand virtual conference, kicks off June 1st, runs through August 31st. You'll have 90 days on-demand access to all 36 sessions, including 4 keynotes. What does that mean? That means you can watch all of the sessions, all of the keynotes for as long as you want, as much as you want during those 90 days. And we even have an app, so you can literally watch and access the content anytime, anywhere. So click the link in the comments or in the description. Use the code Jerry to get registered. If you enter that code, that'll save you an extra 25% off. Not only do we have 36 sessions, but we also give you hundreds and hundreds of dollars of free materials for your classroom. You're going to get entered for $10,000 in giveaways. You get a certificate of contact for 36 hours, so much more. You don't want to miss out. It's the only virtual conference that is dedicated to early childhood, pre-K through second grade teachers. So we would love for all of you to join us virtually this summer and in person as well, right? But it's going to be great virtually. I love an in-person conference. There's nothing like it. The energy, the passion, the fun, the excitement. Like, one of my favorite things, I remember what I was going to say a long time ago now. See how my brain works?
Hey, I'm here. I can keep up.
One of my some of my favorite teachers to talk to at Elevate in-person conferences are the teachers who have been teaching for 20, 25 years, or the teachers who are close to retirement, but they're still at Elevate and they're still excited to learn and try new things, right? And like, having that open-minded approach to things, that's what we can do as teachers. That's something that we can all continue to work on, is being open-minded, being comfortable taking new ideas and putting them into practice. And so that's one of the things I love about Elevate, is that energy and that passion. And you get all of these teachers in one space, and we're all there to learn, and we're soaking up all the new ideas, and we leave energized, right?
Right. And for example, today I was teaching my kids how to use AI to write haiku poems,
Fun.
and we're learning about the United States and like different regions and tourist attractions. And so I had them research their area, and they had to come up with like 3 words. And we're using Magic School and like I found a poem AI generator. I didn't even grow up with Google. I mean, I'm 52.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember when email came out. Like, and so as an older teacher, a veteran teacher, I don't care what you call it. I'm 52. And so when I go to these conferences, anytime I see like AI, anything that's like forward, those are the sessions I hit, because I'm like, I know how to do creative thinking. I know gifted education, differentiation, all testing, all that stuff. So when I see something new that maybe is not natural for me because I didn't grow up with it, I hit all these sessions, boom, I go do it in my classroom. I love being able to go to a conference and try things. And I'm honest with my students. Like today, we were using AI. I was like, y'all, I'm doing this with y'all. We're learning this together. And we ran into some hiccups, and we're exploring it. So I'm trying to teach y'all how to use AI responsibly, ethically, as a tool, not as a cheat. And we just kind of went into it together, and we leaned into it. It was so much fun. And we made these little Google slides with images, and we tweaked our little poems. It was pretty cool.
And I love that. And
yeah,
we're good.
You're never too old to learn,
right? We're always learning and taking the risk. Like, it doesn't do any good for me to take all of these ideas and put them in a notebook and never act on it. Who cares if it goes wrong? Big deal. It goes wrong. You learn from it, right? And you're transparent with the kids. You're like, hey, we're going to try something new today. Hey, I'm going to teach you something new today. I've never done this before. It might work and it might be a horrible disaster, but that's okay. We're going to have fun doing it, and we're going to go for it.
I remember teaching my kids coding. It was God, what was that app? Gosh, just find the comments know. It's like creating coding, drag and drop coding. I forget what it was called. We literally watched a YouTube video together, and I was teaching my kids how to code, like drag and drop code. Oh, what's that app called? Somebody help me out in the comments.
I haven't.
Scratch. I think it's called Scratch.
Okay.
This was several years ago. And my kids literally made little video games coding. And I am not a computer person at all. And I made one too, and it was just really cool. And any opportunity I have to continue my knowledge and growing, I'm all into it.
Same.
Yeah.
Like, I love to read. I don't get to read a lot, but you put a professional book in my hand and I'll read it.
Yeah.
I want to learn. I want to get new ideas. Like, I want to try new things. So I love that. And I'm seeing like so many comments coming through about professional development and supporting each other and new ideas. And lots of people are saying, oh, 25 years, 40 years, still looking for new ideas, still learning.
Yep,
I'm 31
absolutely.
years and still learning and loving. I love
I
all
love
of
that.
y'all.
Y'all see, and this is what needs to go viral more, because anytime a teacher complains or a kid complains, or like a kid flips over a desk and has a moment, that's so much fun to go viral, that like drama and stuff. And I love, and don't get me wrong, this is not about toxic positivity. I'm not saying that teaching is all sunshines and rainbows. Like, there are rough days, there are hard days, but I wish the joy of teaching people saw more of that side too. 'Cause
And
we
listen,
do need more money. They do need to pay us more.
well, listen, 100%, 100%. Let's be real. Pay us more. Treat us like the professionals that we are. We know
Yes.
what we're doing. We know how to teach. If you would just shut up and get out of our way and let us do our jobs, you wouldn't
Yeah.
have to worry about test scores and data, because we would knock this shit out of the park, right?
I'm actually doing a keynote this summer about, I'm actually going to talk to superintendents, principals, and school leaders and district officials about how to retain and motivate teachers, and that comes up a lot. Like, just respect us, trust us, hold us accountable. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, hold me accountable. If I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, call me in, let me have it. You need to be doing this better. Don't send a passive aggressive email to the whole staff, but trust us more. And if I'm not
Yes.
doing my job, let me know.
Tell me.
Absolutely.
Give me the feedback.
I am fortunate at my school. I will say, I'm in a situation where I'm not micro. But my first two schools, I'm actually writing a book. It's called The Day I Quit. Because my first two schools, I quit after like 1 year. My second school, I lasted 2 years. My first career was university administration, and then I kind of fell into teaching in my early 30s. I hated it. I was like, what is this jacked up career? Well, nobody respects me. And I did have a privilege living in a city like Atlanta. There's so many schools. And so I had the privilege to really seek out a school that was a good fit for me. And I've been at my school for 17 years. I tell people they're going to bury me in the courtyard.
I love that. But
Yeah,
listen, y'all, you have to do what you have to do for yourself. I did the same thing.
absolutely.
I moved to a new school 2 years ago after being with my principal for over 10 years, and best thing I could have done.
Yeah.
Completely reinvigorated me. And so you have to find the place that works for you. Jason is wanting wanting me to do this giveaway.
Oh, my bad.
Like,
I
I know.
look,
No,
you
listen.
invite me to a live, I'm going to talk.
Let's talk, right? I love this. I love this.
I'm a Southern
Um,
girl. I'm gonna sit on the front porch, drink some sweet tea, and talk. I mean, sweet tea and talk. Sorry, Jason. Okay, let's give stuff away.
well, and listen, we're gonna give something away, and then we're gonna wrap it up. And I have a couple of things I want to say, and I'm sure Jere has a couple of things she'll say to send us all off and with a smile on her face. So if you have it, I'm gonna give you all like 2 seconds. Hit the share button. Leave a comment, because we're about to give away a free ticket to Elevate Virtual. If you are the winner of tonight's free ticket to Elevate Virtual, you will send an email to crystal@elevateyourclassroom.com, and Crystal will take care of your ticket. So again, if you're the winner, simply send an email to crystal@elevateyourclassroom.com. So Jesse's going to pick our winner, and then we'll just keep talking for a little bit.
Okay.
All
So
right,
we can
Jesse,
talk.
pick us a
Okay.
winner.
Oh.
And so somebody is about to win a free ticket to Elevate Virtual. And here we go. Our winner
Oh, that's cool.
is Jennifer Luce. Woohoo! Congratulations, Jennifer. You've won a free ticket to Elevate Virtual. Jennifer, make sure to send an email to crystal@elevateyourclassroom.com, and Crystal will take care of you. And if you haven't yet registered for Elevate Virtual, you need to go ahead and do that by clicking the link in the description or in the comments and using the code Jere, Jere, and that will save you an extra 25% off. So if you click the link and use the code Jere, you'll be able to register for Elevate Virtual for $60 instead of $80, and that gets you access to 90 days of on-demand virtual PD with 36 sessions, including 4 keynotes, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars of materials to download for your classroom, a certificate of contact for 36 hours. You can access the content anytime, anywhere from June 1st to August 31st on your laptop, on our app, We even have a fun app now. And we have $10,000 in giveaways. So click the link, use the code Jerry, get registered for Elevate Virtual, or come with us this summer. Hang out with us in Nashville, Austin, and St. Paul, right? So I love what you said, and I kind of want us to kind of end here. But this is something that I've been passionate about for years, is teachers sharing more of the joy. Because yes, teaching is hard, right? I say this in my keynotes all the time. It's the hardest job in the world, but it's the best job in the world. And it's so easy to get caught up in the negativity, because you're right. Complaining teachers and kids throwing desks goes viral. And people think, oh, teaching is negative. It's bad. Yes, it's hard. It's not always sunshine and rainbows and butterflies. We all know that. But teaching is such a joyful profession, because we're making a difference, right? We're changing lives. We get to be there as kids learn to read, right? I get to sit at the table and see their eyes light up when they realize, oh my gosh, I'm a reader. I can read. Like, there's nothing out there like that. There's no other profession that gets to do that. And I wish more of us were sharing that joy and that happiness.
Absolutely. I want everybody to lean in hard and find your why. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
And we're done. Goodbye.
Right. Absolutely not. No, I'm not a fan of that at all. I will say this, and I don't like to always brag about things that I do well. So there's a third grade teacher at my school, and I don't want to tell TMI, but she had knee surgery before spring break. So she was out like a week or two before spring break. Okay. And so this past Monday was her first day back after missing a couple weeks after spring break. And I see her in her classroom. She's got a little knee scooter and all this stuff. And she's one of those teachers who, she's younger than me by like 20 years. And I look at her and I'm like, she is killing it. These kids love her. And so every time I walk by her classroom, when I go to pick up my kids from her, I just watch her. I watch how the kids interact with her. And I try to feed off her energy, because I have bad days. On that Monday, when I saw her that she'd returned, I was like, oh my gosh, hey, you're back. Her name's Miss Mac. I'll say it out loud because she's fabulous. And she's like, yeah. I was like, oh, your hair looks fabulous. She's like, well, yeah, I had to get cleaned up coming back to school. And I go back there, and the kids haven't arrived yet. I'm supposed to be at duty. I'm late to my duty because I'm so excited that Miss Mac's back, right? And then I hear the bell ring. I just ignore it. I'm skipping my duty. I was like, oh, I better get to duty. As I'm about to leave her classroom, her kids, I mean, they are running into this woman's classroom. I mean, running, because they knew. They haven't even seen her yet. They just knew that she was supposed to be back. I had to back off so they could run back there. And I was like, y'all, I'm trying to play defense. Don't tackle her. They were so excited to see this woman. And it was beautiful. And I had her class today. So what's today, Wednesday? And I was telling them, I was like, y'all, that was such a beautiful moment. And they were like, we just love Miss Mac. And I was like, I know. And I just, when I'm feeling drained, I look to teachers like her in my building it's so easy for me to close my door. And sometimes I do. Sometimes I just need to close my door, mind my business, and make my little lunch videos. But sometimes I need to get out in the streets, get out in the hallways, and just watch the teachers who still love teaching. Because energy is contagious. It is so easy. There's a couple teachers who like to come in my classroom and complain, and I'll notice that when they're coming by a lot, I'm feeling that negative energy. So I have to go find the Miss Max in the school to kind of get that good energy back. So that's kind of what helps me, is watching teachers like that when I'm having my downtime. Yeah.
100%. Y'all
Yeah.
find the teachers that love teaching.
Yeah.
And lean into your why, as Miss Chang just told us. But seriously, y'all, find those teachers who love teaching, who bring that energy, and lean into those moments in your day. Because some days are hard. Some days are better than others. Some days you're going to have great days. Some days you're going to have bad days. But even on the bad days, you can find one positive moment.
Yeah.
And I tell people all the time, like, latch onto those positive moments and let those positive moments get you through the dark times, right? Find it, go, right. Tomorrow, everyone go find your Miss Mac, right? Find that person that loves teaching and take on that energy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, listen, Miss Chang, we adore you.
Oh, thank
We
you.
cannot, I can't
Likewise.
wait to meet you in person this
And we're gonna
summer.
bring our matching cardigans.
Yes, our Bumblebee cardigans. Yep.
Yep.
Do you have the capybara one?
No, I have three. I have the black noir one, the bumblebee one, and the one that looks like Saved by the Bell.
Okay, I've
Has a
got
bunch
like
of
6.
oh.
What, a couple of them are still in the packaging. I need to open them and wear
Oh,
them.
okay.
Well, listen, y'all, we are so excited that Ms. Chang is joining us for Elevate this summer. If you haven't yet registered for Elevate Virtual, go ahead and click the link in the comments and the description. Get registered for Elevate Virtual. Use the code Jere, Jere, and that will save you 25% off of your virtual registration. You can also come join us this summer in person in Nashville, Austin, and St. Paul. Jere will be with us in Nashville and Austin. So get registered. Come join us. It's going to be a blast. You're going to leave energized. And if you want to find teachers who bring it and teachers who love teaching, that's what Elevate is. It is a massive gathering of teachers who love teaching, and we're bringing our energy. And so we would love to have you joining us in person and virtually this summer so that we can all lift each other up and celebrate each other and love on one another and get all of us ready for another school year. So, Jere, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight.
Thanks for having me.
And all of you who are watching, thank you for joining us. Thank you so much for all that you do for your students, your schools, and your communities. We're so inspired by all of you, what you do, and the way that you make our profession better. So thank you all so much. Have a great night, and we'll see you all very soon. Bye, everybody.